When the stars move, it's not just the weather outside that changes, the energetic field surrounding our soul also shifts accordingly. In astrology, each year is a new melody of the universe, woven together by planetary cycles, the interplay between constellations, and the breath of all living things. And it's precisely this movement that causes every zodiac sign, depending on the time you were born, to receive a completely different wave of influence. In other words, the colors that help you attract wealth, love, or health this year may no longer be the same ones you once believed were your best. It's no coincidence that a color can either make you feel at peace or as if it's working against you. That's because each shade carries its vibrational frequency, one that either harmonizes with or clashes against the core energy of your zodiac archetype. And for Cancer, the sign of nurturing, intuition, and emotion, 2025 will be a sensitive yet transformational period. But that transformation only becomes possible when you know how to choose the right guiding color, the one that will align you with the direction the moon is calling you toward. That's why this article isn't just a list of lucky colors, it is an energetic roadmap, interpreted through modern astrology and enriched by generations of wisdom on the harmony between human beings and the cosmos, designed to show you exactly which shades will resonate most with you, based on your specific birth date within Cancer and matched to your life circumstances. Whether you are single, nurturing a family, or seeking personal healing, we won't be treating color as decoration. We'll see it as a sacred practice, a ritual of frequency alignment, helping you clear stagnant energy and magnetize what you truly desire. Because for Cancer, everything begins with emotion, and in 2025, color is the key to purifying those emotions, unlocking prosperity, and healing your most important relationships. You are a Cancer born between June 21 and June 30, part of the moon's most original wave. And you know what? 2024 was the year you lived on autopilot. But 2025 is the year you must live with intention. Last year, you tried to preserve peace by letting it go, enduring it, or hoping others would understand. But what was the result? The more you compromised, the more you were misunderstood. The more you tried to please everyone, the further you drifted from yourself. 2025 won't allow you to continue that way. The astrological sky is opening a new path for you, one you can only walk if you're willing to release the habits that have quietly drained your inner peace. And to stay aligned, you'll need 3 colors, 3 energetic frequencies that act like psychological remedies designed just for you this year. In the whirlwind of everyday survival, what people most easily lose, is it money? It's the feeling of being lovingly cared for. You love, you care, you give, but you don't always receive the same in return. Maybe you can't even remember the last time someone asked, "Are you tired?" And that's why pearl white is the color chosen for you this year. It's not about looking pretty. It's about feeling peaceful around others without having to sacrifice yourself just to keep the peace on the outside. What's your deepest fear in love? It's giving everything and not being fully loved in return. You often believe that if you're good enough, selfless enough, others will see and appreciate it. But no, last year proved the opposite. The more silent you were, the more you were taken for granted. If you continue to love without boundaries this year, you'll keep shrinking inward, shutting down emotionally, and losing the most beautiful part of your loving intuition. Pearl white isn't here to soften your image. It's here to help you say enough to the relationships that quietly hurt you. Wear it when facing someone who once caused you pain. Use it in your bedroom, your most vulnerable space. Or place something white by your bedside as a declaration. From this moment on, I will no longer love in ways that erase myself. Once your heart has been healed, the next thing you need is direction. Because even with love and emotion, if you keep hesitating, keep giving up what you truly deserve out of fear, you'll keep missing your moment. That's why moonlit silver appears on your path this year, to help you stop hesitating when opportunity knocks, to stop staying silent when it's your time to act. Financial stability doesn't wait for indecision, and the stability you seek will only arrive when you dare to step forward with clarity and conviction. Have you ever regretted not taking a financial step you knew was right but still didn't? The issue isn't bad luck. It's that you waited too long and the opportunity slipped away. Your intuition is strong, but fear has often guided your hand. You think, what if I choose wrong? What if I get scammed? What if someone's disappointed in me? And in that pause, the money, the moment, the timing, it all slips by quietly. Moonlit silver is the color that helps you stand between confusion and clarity and make the decision anyway. Not because you're absolutely certain, but because your vision is clear enough to know what can no longer be delayed. Use this color when setting financial goals, during negotiations, or when facing investment choices, or simply place a silver coin in your wallet as a silent promise. I will no longer miss what's good for me out of fear of disappointing others. There are days when you're not sick, yet feel heavy, sluggish, unfocused. No one sees your exhaustion because you keep smiling, keep showing up, keep doing what's expected. But only you know your body is slowly draining day by day. That's when soft sky blue enters, not to bring aesthetic calm, but to remind you, longevity isn't about pushing harder. It's about knowing when to pause and restore. You're not okay. You've just gotten good at carrying more than most. Shallow sleep, unexplained fatigue, a mind that won't rest even in the dark. All signs of an overloaded nervous system that no one notices, not even you. If you don't learn to reset your rhythm this year, you'll slip into disconnect mode, where your emotions go numb, your energy vanishes, and nothing excites you, even if everything looks fine. Sky blue wasn't picked because it matches your element. It was chosen because it's the medicine you didn't know you needed. A soft blue blanket, a gentle face towel, a sky-toned candle at your desk. All are whispers from the universe. You don't need to try harder. Save your energy to truly live, not just survive another day. If you don't know where to begin, start by choosing the right color for the right moment. White for love, silver for action, blue for recovery. 3 colors, 3 solutions, and if you start tuning into their energies today, you won't have to spend another year silently enduring what no longer serves you. You were born between July 1 and July 10, the phase when the moon is just bright enough to be seen, but not yet strong enough to illuminate all your hidden corners. From the outside, you seem gentle, likable, a good listener, and someone who always considers others. But who would guess that deep inside you lives an entire world trying desperately to hold everything together without breaking? You don't want anyone to worry about you, so you often choose silence when you're hurting. You smile when you're exhausted. You say, "I'm fine," even when your heart feels empty. 2024 was exactly that kind of year. You got through it on sheer endurance, not from a place of peace. And in 2025, the universe doesn't want you to keep pushing through. It wants you to ease the pressure and realign the way you listen to yourself. The 3 colors below are your spiritual nourishment this year, not to turn you into someone else, but to help you stop repeating the patterns that have quietly worn you down. Smoky pink is the color of emotional protection, and in 2025, you'll need it more than ever. This is a year of powerful energetic waves and deep inner shifts, not just from outer circumstances, but within your closest relationships. There will be moments that reopen old wounds, loving too much, giving too soon, understanding others before they understand you. Smoky pink doesn't come to make you soft. It comes to keep your heart tender enough to love, yet strong enough not to break. When you wear this color, you're giving yourself permission to feel without being swept away, to be loved without losing yourself in the process. You've always been gentle in love, not loud, not controlling, not demanding. But the less you ask for, the more you're seen as someone who will accept anything. Have you ever felt like the relationship you're trying to hold on to has turned into a play where you're no longer the lead? You're there, fully present, always trying, but still forgotten in the one conversation that matters most: love. Smoky pink doesn't make you weak. It softens you at just the right moment, so you can stop pretending you're okay and admit that you deserve a love that's fair. Wear a smoky pink dress on a quiet date. Write a heartfelt letter with a soft pink pen, or simply sit beside a gentle pink candle when your heart feels tangled. This color won't heal you on its own, but it will create space for you to finally be honest with yourself. But it's not just your emotions that need protecting. In a year when everything is shifting as rapidly as 2025, staying grounded in the midst of money, work, and other people's expectations is no small task. And that's when mint green enters, like a cool, calming pause that invites you to stop, reflect, and choose what's truly aligned with your core. You're not unreasonable, but you've often traded your values just to keep the peace. At work, you hold back your ideas for fear of seeming too ambitious. When it comes to money, you think of others' needs before your own, but in the end, you're the one who feels the emptiness, not just in your bank account, but in the deeper sense that you're not living for what really matters to you. Mint green is the color of clarity in financial decisions. It won't make you rich overnight, but it will help release the mindset that makes you shrink every time the topic of money comes up. Choose this color when planning your personal finances, from your budget spreadsheets to the wallet you carry each day. Keep something mint green nearby when making important decisions, as a quiet signal to yourself. This time, I'm not choosing for someone else. I'm choosing what's truly right for me. Once your mind is clear and your heart is calm, there's one last thing you must not forget: your body. You're still pushing forward, but are you sure you still have the strength? Soft beige is your most gentle reminder. Pause now, before your body forces you to. You used to take pride in enduring what others couldn't, but that's not strength. It's a form of pain you've trained yourself to carry. You're so used to holding everything in, you don't even realize how tired you've become. You're so used to worrying about what's next that you no longer notice how much life you're losing in the present. Beige is the color of recovery, not just for your body, but for your nervous system. No one sees the weight you carry every day, but you do. Let beige appear in the places where your breath deepens: your bedroom corner, the clothes you wear at home, or the cup you use each morning. Little by little, you'll start to see, I don't have to keep pushing. No one loves me more for how much I can endure. You don't need to completely transform to live better. You just need to stop living like you did last year. 2025 is the year you come home to yourself, not to love yourself more to impress anyone, but to stop giving your energy, money, and health to things that don't truly nourish you. Start with one color, just one small choice each day, one that aligns with your emotions, your values, and the body you live in. You don't have to rush, you just have to begin. And from there, energy will carry you exactly where you belong. You were born in the final phase of Cancer, between July 11 and July 22, when the moon begins to appear fuller, brighter, yet easily blinds us to the shadows we still carry inside. Your group is the most internally powerful of all Cancers, intense, independent, and crystal clear about what you want. You're not easily swayed, not easily softened. But precisely because of that, you often build a shell too thick so no one gets close enough to see where you're actually hurting. Sound familiar? Because you're always the one carrying the weight, the responsibility, the promises, the expectations no one ever says aloud, but somehow they land on your shoulders. In 2024, you played that role beautifully, perhaps even beyond what was asked. But 2025 is no longer the year for holding the line. It's the year that asks you to let go, to release what no longer fits so you can hold on to what truly matters. You're deeply independent. You don't need pampering and you don't ask for extravagance. But deep down, you still long for someone perceptive enough to notice what you need, even when you don't say a word. You don't open up easily, but when you love as if it's the only love you'll ever get in this lifetime. And because of that, you're the one who remembers deeply, hurts quietly, and withdraws in silence. Terracotta red is the energy you've been missing most in love. Warmth, but with boundaries. It doesn't make you weaker. It helps you allow yourself to love without always needing to protect. A touch of terracotta lipstick, a scarf, or a small item in your space can serve as a reminder. You no longer need to hide your heart behind logic. Let the right person see it and allow yourself to feel that yes, you are still capable of being moved. But love isn't the only place you guard yourself. In money, work, and life's important decisions, what you sometimes lose isn't the amount, it's the freedom of choice. You're not afraid of losing money. You're afraid of losing autonomy. And this year, your ability to stay clear-headed will determine whether or not you remain in control of your own path. That's right. For you, money isn't the end goal. It's the tool that protects your freedom. The freedom to say no, to choose, to do work that aligns with who you are. But here's the truth. You often take on other people's burdens just to keep the peace. You pay for things you don't need. You agree to things you don't want. And afterward, you blame yourself. I should have been firmer. Graphite gray is the color made for decision-making. It's neutral, unshaken. Every time you feel yourself softening in a negotiation, compromising your own needs, or second-guessing your finances, place your hand on something graphite, a notebook cover, a pen, the back of a chair, and remind yourself, I'm not saying no because I'm selfish. I'm saying no to stay loyal to what truly matters to me. This year, the energy zone that governs health is more turbulent than usual. You may still be working, still pushing forward, but your body no longer endures the way it used to. You look fine, but you're living like someone just one step away from collapse. And if you keep ignoring the early signs, the cost will come, not only in physical strength, but in your mental and emotional well-being too. No one thinks you're weak. You never say you're tired. You never talk about the pain. But deep down, you know, if you ever fall, no one will have seen it coming, because you do it all, carry it all, and never let anyone see how low your battery has dropped. You live in a state of just one more thing and I'll break. Yet you stay calm, like everything's still under control. Olive brown, that earthy brown-green, is the color of a body that's trying to reconnect with itself, not to push forward but to pause, not to produce more, but to recover. Choose soft blankets, chairs, background walls, or picture frames in olive brown tones. They are the quiet signals from your body saying, don't just live for the dream, live for the strength to keep going. We often think of color as something to match with our eyes, our style, or the latest trend, but at a deeper level, every color is a frequency, a vibration. And when that frequency aligns with the core energy of the zodiac sign you were born under, you're not just choosing a color, you're unlocking a doorway back into yourself. For those going through challenges in love, finances, or health, color doesn't arrive as decoration. It arrives as a whisper from the universe. You're not being left behind, you're just tuning your signal. When you align with the right frequency, life starts to respond. The person who doesn't value you will quietly walk away. The opportunity you missed will return in a new form. Your body, after days of silence, will begin to speak again in gentler signs. And for those who feel like things are fine, don't stop at fine. Because if there's still a dream you haven't touched, a feeling you haven't fully lived, a goal still hanging somewhere in the middle, then color is the key to upgrading your current frequency and unlocking the next level. Love can shift into a deeper chapter. Finances can open a new stream of income. Health can move from maintenance to radiant vitality. Color isn't just to keep the pace, it's here to amplify, not just to heal, but to invite something bigger. You don't have to believe in it right away, but you can start by trying. Try a shirt, a candlelight, a small corner in your space painted in the exact shade meant for you. And then, when you begin to feel energy move, when your body feels lighter, your mind feels clearer, and unexpected opportunities begin to appear, you'll understand. This isn't magic. This is the right frequency, opened by your own conscious choice. If what you just heard made you pause and think differently, even just a little, then this is not a random video. Leave a like if you saw yourself in any part of this message. And don't forget to subscribe, because your journey of shifting frequency has only just begun. See you in the next video, where we'll go even deeper, clearer, and more real than ever before.